What's good, YouTube? It's boy Chuka Too Faithful, capital C, capital T, capital Faithful. You already knew that. You already know all the vibes. Let me talk to y'all real quick. When I start a video like this, y'all know I'm gonna be talking about something serious. So, let me get my quick 30 with y'all. So, long story short, this video was recorded back a couple months ago. It's episode 1, 2 parts, brought to you by me and my friend Desi. If you don't know Desi, beautiful soul, beautiful person, love her to death. If you want the backstory of why we're doing this, it's going to be on my Instagram, Chuka Too Faithful. Go there and check it out. I just hope y'all enjoy this video. It's really dear to us. We're going to get right into it. I'll catch y'all.
Hey, listen close, I'm about to revisit a real scene. My girl's a different person from times that you've intervened, the times that you've told her she wasn't shit. You played a little too hard with her, almost witnessed her quit. That was the darkest month I've ever.
Welcome back, YouTube. It's your boy Chuka Too Faithful. That's capital C, capital T, capital
Faithful.
There you go. I wanted to wait. And I'm back with another video. Today, we're adding a new segment to the channel. It's called Heard It on the Hill. Wait, who's clapping?
Bro, that's our veteran
The
squad.
Veteran Squad. How did I forget to introduce the Veteran Squad? Go ahead and say what's up to the camera, y'all.
Hey. What's up, what's up? Hello.
So, a Veteran Squad is a hand-select group of people that are going to help us talk about very kind of controversial, some funny, some a little more serious topics that we're going to have that go on in the black community. So, if y'all want to go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people watching.
Hi, I'm Jalen. I'm a sophomore. I'm from New York. I live in Harlem. And I'm a Virgo.
Hi, I'm Uche. I'm a junior, double majoring in chemistry and biology. Let's see.
That's right.
I'm a Cancer. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Narkly Derval. I'm a communication major, minoring in business and inequality studies. And I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and my major is communication. I feel like I said that already. Did I say that already?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and my sign is Leo. I'm a Leo.
My name is Rainer. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a comp sci and business major.
For real?
Yeah.
You a business major now?
didn't know the business part.
I'm a comp sci major, business minor.
Okay.
I probably should have said that.
Right.
Damn, what am I missing?
Sign.
I'm a Sagittarius.
That's a sign?
Yeah.
Sagittarius?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? My name is Rami Abdul. I'm a computer science major here at Cornell, a senior. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm Egyptian. And my sign, I'm a Pisces.
We should say our signs too?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I'm Chuka again. I'm a Pisces.
And I'm a Desi Okori. Should I introduce myself?
Of course.
Okay. I'm a senior biology and society major, health equity minor, and I'm an Aries. And I'm Nigerian.
You were asking.
I'm Nigerian.
Wait, Chuka, you know what I heard on the hill?
No. Do you know what you heard on him?
I heard that people at Cornell are having trouble finding community.
What?
So the first question that we have for y'all is, what were your expectations versus actual experiences as a minority at a PWI? Jalen, would you like to start?
Okay, I'll start.
The pressure. Jalen, you stop there.
Okay, so I went to a really small high school in the city, the Heritage School, so 106 in Lex, East Harlem. And it was a school of like 300 kids. And no, it was like 360, yeah. Regardless, it was still a really small school. My graduating class was like 40. So, and all of us was like minority students. Like there was one white guy that I knew like in my entire 4 years of high school. So I didn't really know what to expect. I've never been to a PWI. So coming here, I was actually really nervous. Like my valedictorian speech was about like imposter syndrome and how I'm like nervous going to Cornell.
Valedictorian? Okay. All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Also, I was the first person in my high school to like go to an Ivy. So like that was just,
Right.
yeah, it's really school on school. It was like on the verge of being shut down. My experience, it's been really black, I would say. I feel like I go to a HBCU, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I need to like make white friends in order to be successul. I kind of feel like I can just like look at Uche and be like, yo, that's a network. You know what I mean? I mean, no, I still see you as a friend, but you know, but like I'm able to say that. You know, it's not just like, damn, I gotta make white friends in order to actually like be somewhere in the future. You know.
I went to a school that was like a PWI kind of, which is odd because I was in Brooklyn, but it was supposed to be diverse, but everyone knows what diverse means.
Yeah.
Diverse means like a little scatter of Black people, some Latinos here and there, like. So that's exactly what I experienced. My school was huge, like 4,000 kids. So my graduating class was 1,000 kids. So I mean, like, I had some experience in being the minority at school. So because of that reason, when I came here, it wasn't that big of a culture shock to me. But because I had like PSP and other programs like that, I got to meet a lot of Black people, and a lot of my friends are Black, and a lot of my friends are minorities. So yeah.
I've had a similar experience to you in high school. I went to like a predominantly white high school in the city, and even my middle school was predominantly white. But like I'd always, for some reason, I guess I know the reason, but like I always for some reason like found myself just being friends with like the 2 other Black people, right? So I wasn't really concerned coming to Cornell. I guess I was concerned in like making sure that like I was still able to make friends. And so obviously my first couple classes where I was like one of only 2 or 3, I was like eyeing the other Black people in the class, being like, are you gonna talk to me first, or am I gonna talk to you? So I think honestly, like I could do a better job, like being more diverse in my friend group actually. But I've been very blessed to like just make really good like Black friends here at Cornell.
I think for myself, in my community in LA, there was only pretty much 2 types of people. There was Mexicans and Chinese people over there. And that was like pretty much it. And so I had like a different, I guess, frame of mind when I thought about race in California. But what was kind of misleading in some senses was when I actually came to visit Cornell, we had got flown out from LA for Engineering Diversity Weekend. And so it was a whole bunch of minorities in that trip. And so, I was coming here thinking it was going to be that sort of way the whole time, and actually my freshman year was very tough. It was very hard for me to find that community. There wasn't such a vibrant minority organization space for engineers, I think, when I was a freshman, as opposed to now. We got UMC, Nesby, Shippey all thriving, but at that time I didn't really have that, and so it was tough to make it in my classes, but also make it in the community. You know what I'm saying? And it was a transition period, but it came to a point for me where I was like, even if I didn't have that community, I was gonna build that community.
I would say for me, I went to a performing arts high school. It was predominantly white, but like by that point in time, I had been going to predominantly white like institutions or like schools anyway. So I was used to being like one of the few Black people in my classes. But towards the end of like high school, like I was like over it. Like my senior year, I was over it. I hated everybody in my high school. I felt very disconnected from like my Blackness. Like that was around the time where like I was starting to get a little bit more comfortable with my sexuality, but like not really. Like still kind of grappling with that. And like just a lot of different like insecurities. So by that point in time, like I was ready to go. When I came here, I was very like isolated. Like I didn't know anyone, and it's so crazy because before I came, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna meet a whole bunch of people. This is a fresh new start. Like it's gonna be amazing. I come here, very first day, I'm nervous as hell. I'm like, I don't know anyone here. It seems like everybody already has their cliques. I felt like there was no way for me to like genuinely like kind of insert myself into groups, and I just did not see it like coming to pulling together, and I was just like nervous, and I was like, oh shit, I'm a loner now, right? I was afraid of like integrating myself into the Black community because like before college, like a lot of my experiences with the Black community had not been very positive, and especially like compounded with like my insecurities and like my sexuality as well. I was just like, yeah, there's no way like the Black community is gonna work out here for me. But eventually like certain things began to stick, and started to find more of my community, and I got more comfortable, being around the Black community especially. Like, I found that there was so much love and like so much support, and I realized like, oh, there wasn't really any real need to be like afraid in the first place. Like everybody was like, so opening and like welcoming to me. So
it's so interesting seeing you from my perspective. Freshman Uche was a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? Now I think you walk around with a little bit more confidence in all your identities, and that's powerful, man. So what was it like? What was that transition point for you that was like, you know what, I'm sick of this? You know what I'm saying? Like what was going on internally for that to happen?
Eventually, like, I found the value in being alone, like, learning how to be with myself. Like, I think a lot of people are always kind of afraid to, like, be alone because, like, they don't want to, like, deal with themselves and, like, yeah, I was just like, I just kind of got tired of like, kind of being by myself. I'm like, I can do it, but like, I don't want to.
Right.
I want to meet new people. Like, I want to make new connections. Like, the phrase, like, you can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink it. Yeah. I just realized, like, no one else, I'm at this point in my life where no one else can make these relationships but me.
You.
Right.
It's funny that you talked about like the fear of being alone, because that's something I still kind of like struggle with to this day. Like if you know me, I'm like always doing something like with somebody, and I'm never really alone, and that's something I wanted to work on like this year. And it's not necessarily that like I don't like being by myself, because I do, like, I enjoy that time, but I'm such an extrovert that sometimes it gets in my way, and that's something I really do have to like focus on that this year. Like, hey, like, go do your homework. Like, you can go talk to this person literally in 15 minutes. Because I procrastinate so much, and then
you can't be in yours. You can't do
that.
Yeah,
I really can't.
No cocktail lunch
at all. And that's why you don't see me in libraries either. I'm like, I do all my homework in my room, and that's normally how I get my stuff done. Because like when I'm alone, I'm able to just do it.
Right.
But then like I focus all of my time on like being social.
And I really like to Uche what you said about how there were like different things that were holding you back, but you recognize those things, those challenges, like the fear of being alone, the nervousness, having to deal with yourself and like come to terms with like your own identity. And that's something I kind of want to like expand upon for the group to kind of chip in as to like what you guys faced in terms of challenges while you were trying to find where you fit here.
Oh, that was a beautiful transition. Oh my God.
Hey, she had that written down.
One of my biggest challenges was trying to like relate myself to other like black people on campus, cause like definitely my first semester here, I lived in High Rise 5 with my other two roommates. I remember just like they kept telling me, I was always complaining every day. I was like, why don't we go out? Like why are we just here just being nerds? Like, I studied 24/7. My grades were still garbage. It was what it was. And I remember just like from High Rise 5, I could see Uj, and I was just like, damn, like, why am I not living there? Like what's going on in there? And so I was just in my head, I was like, I'm not like these people, like, or not these people, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like the people that I see on campus. I don't like to go out. Like, I like to be with myself in my room, or I like to like be with like my 4 or 5 friends close and just like have us. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, when you first meet me, I'll either be like such an asshole or I'll be just very annoying. And I think that's just kind of like my defense mechanism, being like, if you could deal with me when you first meet me, then we could be friends.
Look, he making it hard for his girl.
And then so like they just like help me with my resume, help me talk to some like recruiters and things like that. And I was like, I'm being such an asshole to these people, and they're just sitting here helping me. Wow. Like, and we just became friends. And I was like, and to this day, like, these are my friends. Like, I don't know many people on campus like that, but like, I'm chill with them, you know what I mean?
Very interesting, because I had like such different phases of my college life, and just like in retrospect, I could see them all so clearly. Freshman year, like that was when I didn't have like any community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a few black people on my floor, and that was cool, but I was still struggling though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't find that like that it factor in somebody that was like, okay, I'm gonna ride with you to the end. And then like sophomore and junior years, when I really, I would say, progressed to become more of like a community leader, and I started to see people looking up to me. But then now I'm at a point, and in sophomore, junior, I was, almost at every event. I was, doing a lot of things. But now in my senior year, I'm at a point where I'm working on a startup, and literally, like, if you see me with somebody, I'll pay you $10 if you see me with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm a very outgoing and social person, but I'm at a point in my life right now where like I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I have to be very, very focused, and like if it means I'm gonna eat by myself every day, and I'm gonna code while I'm in the dining hall. Taylor, every day I walk in the key, and who am I with? I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? And I have maybe 2 people around me, and it brings a point that Uche had sort of brought up earlier in terms of that alone versus lonely feeling, I think. And I think I'm at a point where like I'm always alone, but I'm not lonely. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm very content and very satisfied with where I'm at. And I think it's really important that you sort of stay true to yourself and whatever. And even for yourself, Brandon, you knew you was a hard worker. You knew you didn't like to go out, and you never went out. You know what I'm saying? And you stayed true to that. And look, you found yourself an amazing community. You know what I'm saying? And now the co-president of URMC. So I think that's really important. Like, allow yourself to change with time. You know what I'm saying? That's something like Lauryn Hill says in that Unplugged album a lot. Is like, if don't think you know me. You know what I'm saying? She said I had to reintroduce myself to my parents because I'm changing every single day.
He's quoting Interlude 5.
Interlude 5.
Know about that Lauryn Hill.
My whole journey, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's all different every single day. So ask me that day how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I really like what you said about that whole quote, because just like kind of going back on what she said about not being able to know yourself before like stepping out into like the community. I think that I like have that issue as well, where I want to be very social, but then it's like sometimes I'm looking into myself and I'm like, I don't really want to go out, like I don't really want to do this, and yet I feel like I have to force myself to like be a certain way, like fit a certain box, where sometimes I just don't feel like it. So I think like getting in tune with the community, with the Black community, with whatever community, is like the first step is like kind of knowing yourself and knowing what you like and knowing what you want to do instead of just trying to like fit into certain boxes. I did have the privilege of doing like PSP. I call it a privilege just because like a lot of people like didn't have like friends coming right off the bat. I had friends, but it's still like a matter of like me changing constantly and just trying to like figure out myself before I can like settle down and like figure out like what my community is, even though I feel really comfortable with the people that are in the Black community.
We were friends since PSP. Narcly was one of my first friends in the school.
Oh, that's real. That's real. Look.
Part of the PSP gang, you know, like.